Okay, so we have facilitated, I guess, over 1,000 first dates, haven't we, being matchmakers? In fact, it's probably more than that. We just throw that in there because we don't know. We can't be bothered working it out. So we want to talk about some things that you shouldn't say on the first date based on what some guys have said on the first date. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things that you should not say on the first date with a Ukrainian woman.
So number 1 is do not tell her that you're working on yourself. We'll explain a little bit. Nowadays, it's become more popular, to work with a coach, life coach. A lot of guys taking our coaching program and Ascend, and they think that it is cool and they want to share that with the lady. And so the lady immediately start thinking, because Ukraine, you should remember, it's a little bit behind, and they think, you're taking coach, so something is wrong with you, right? So either you're working with a coach or it's not really something that you should say. You should do it, absolutely. Mm-hmm. You should become better, you should improve. And it's not even about life coach. You can say that you're going to the gym, because it's one of your hobbies or anything, but you don't need to say that, you're working with a trainer, you're losing weight. She doesn't need to know that much information and so many details about you. You need to be a striker, always use it as a perfect example, like a James Bond. Everybody guessing. Nobody knows what actually is he doing. So giving her details is unattractive and not masculine.
Yeah, she wants to think that she's already found the right package. You've already got everything in place. It's great that you're working on yourself. Yeah, it's great that you're working on yourself, but just keep it to yourself, right? Maybe later on when you get to know each other, you can say that you are working on yourself. And that could mean all kinds of things. It could be mentally, spiritually, physically, whatever it is. Keep it for later on. At the moment, she doesn't care about that, okay?
Second one is do not tell her about your investment.
Yes.
Some guys, maybe when they feel a little bit unconfident and they think, I don't have any interesting hobby or what to tell her, I'm going to tell her about my investment, about my Bitcoin and
Dogecoin.
Dogecoin and all the coins that they have. And the lady, first of all, she may, she know about that there's Bitcoin, that's something like that, but she doesn't know exactly anything about that. And what are you trying to do? Are you trying to impress her with your money? It is the wrong approach.
You don't want to lead with money. And usually when people talk about investments, it's because an investment is going to mature and it's going to pay out. And you're going to get a big payout from it. It could be anything. Sometimes it's, I've actually heard before a guy talking about his business and how it was going to somehow be worth something in the future, whatever it is. She really doesn't care about the stuff. And all you're going to be doing is you're leading with money. And when you lead with money, you can attract the wrong type of woman, or she's going to expect certain things from you because she's going to think, great, he's getting a lot of money. How much can I get? Okay, so all that stuff, money, investments, Bitcoin, Dogecoin, whatever, that's yours. Keep it to yourself.
Yeah. Number 3 is do not show her your house, your cars, at least in the first, second call. Again, you're building a wrong connection with you. So are you trying to attract her with yourself or attract her with your house? We used to work with a guy who had a huge collection of Ferrari cars. And of course, he has an urge to show it to her, but we just said, we're not going to work with you if you're going to show it. Just don't show it. And she needs to find out herself. She needs to, she found out when she came. Imagine, they got married, she moved to the United States, and she's coming home and there's collection of Ferraris. So it's very important because a lot of guys, they worry that what if she's a gold digger, what she's a scammer, what she's after money. But if you think about that, you're building that, right? You are making it like that because, of course, if the person see a lot of money right there, you want to go and get it.
Well, you don't know what her true interest level is in you as a man, right? As a partner. If you, sort of muddy the waters by showing her, fancy houses and fancy stuff and cars and all that sort of stuff, and there's a lot of power in not telling her and her just finding out somehow. And then she's like, wow, you have this? You never showed me this before. Who cares? It's not important. But then she's going to be thinking, what else is there? So telling her these things, and a lot of it when you tell that sort of stuff, she'll test to see if it's real anyway. I have a huge mansion. She's going to test to try and find out if it's bullshit because straight away she's going to think it's bullshit. Right? Straight away. So she's going to have this cognitive bias that he's making it up and I need to figure out why he's making it up or how much of it is made up. So don't say anything.
Yeah. Guys, I would like to invite you to our meetup, our rendezvous. 10th of May, me and Striker are going to New York City and we're going to meet with you there. We're going to have a Ukrainian lunch and we're going to speak about relationship with the Slavic ladies. We're also going to bring our game together and everybody will get a box. To sign up, link in description below. Another thing that I see is number 4 is like don't speak negative about your past relationship or about your ex-wife or the mother of your kids. And most of the guys nowadays, they don't do it. I think that we've done a lot of videos, they stop doing that, but some guys still. And the thing is why it's happening, it's like when the guys start dating on an early stage right after like his divorce, and it still hurts. And so instead of going to the coach or to psychologist, they use the girl as this like person, like because you like obviously we're as a human being, we want to share someone, and maybe you don't have friends to share that, but the lady that you want to start building a relationship with, it's definitely the wrong person to say that. It's number 1 reason. And number 2 is because once you speak negative about another woman, it doesn't matter, is it your ex or your neighbor or your coworker, she immediately subconsciously understands that you are in general negative about women. You agree?
Yeah, also women run in packs, right? They're like wolves, right? They stick together. Even if they don't know each other, part of her is going to be thinking, I bet he did something to make her do that, right? Whether he did or he didn't, she's going to think that, right? So nothing good can come of talking negative, not just about an ex, but it could be anyone. It could be your boss, it could be a friend, it could be anything. She just doesn't want to be with a man who is going to have these negative experiences with other human beings. She wants to be with a man who has positive experience, a positive impact on the world and on his friends and on his family and whatever, right? So don't do that. I just put another one in here, which is do not ask her why she is single.
Yeah, you know, and I will tell why, because it's a little bit lame. What's happening is the guys say, why the lady, so beautiful, so incredible, like this is how it's starting during the call, so good and so nice. Obviously, it's what you think about her, and you're single. So
he says that to her? Or
yeah, the guys usually say like, why the lady like you, like so beautiful, so...
He thinks it's
like,
a compliment.
I don't know. But
he thinks it's a compliment.
Probably.
It's like, you're so beautiful, you should be in a relationship.
Yeah,
but
and,
I mean,
and the lady is sitting there and she doesn't know, because it's like, you know, it's like from one hand he put something good on her, but from other hand he's like put a little bit of a poo-poo on her, because it's like, so like I'm actually not that incredible if I'm single. But it's not the right question. Like some ladies ask that, but I think that, you know, it's much easier for me to coach guys because you listen to me and you understand, you're more rational, you understand, okay, I should not do that. With the ladies, today she understands me, tomorrow she's in a mood and why are you came to this website, you know, and it's difficult. But I think that, and I believe that you guys can handle those questions better. But ladies, like we always say, you don't want to put her down, you don't want to let her down during the calls, so don't ask any question that will say, she will sit and think, yeah, what am I doing here, why am I single?
Okay, next one. This one is not just for the first date, but at any phase in the start of the any part of the relationship, which is do not tell her you're going to do something that you didn't do. For example, I was going to buy you flowers today, but I couldn't because the flower shop was shut. So you see, so the reason that you're saying, and a lot of guys have said this, and I think maybe I've said it to you, but have I? No, I wouldn't have said something so stupid.
You did. At the beginning, when you was amateur.
Can't be. No, that's incorrect. So you say something like, I was going to buy you that perfume you've always wanted, but the shop didn't have it. There's no point in telling her that. In the West, I think it's okay to say that, but for a Ukrainian woman, it's like, man, it's like you've hit her with kryptonite.
But what do you think that the guy is saying that to show that, you know, like his intentions, like yeah. I wanted to do it, but it put you in a weak position. And I heard that a lot. Unfortunately, this is something that a lot of guys saying. So it's better not say anything other than in her mind, you immediately become a weak man.
You become incompetent. You were going to do something, but you couldn't do it.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
And but if she doesn't know that you was even planning to do that, it's better. You know, it's okay.
Yeah.
What's next? Next is like don't make
it sound like you're unpredictable.
Unpredictable. I will explain. That is happening a lot, but it's good that it's happening during the coaching calls. That's why it's very important to book a strategy call with us and get our assent. This is like crucially, because what's happening, most of the guys with whom we work are the guys who work in IT, so they don't care where they're gonna live. They can move anywhere in the world and they can work there, so they're successful, everything is good. And the second is that sometimes guys live in some state, but they willing to relocate either to Europe or to another state, or maybe his work is like that. And so nothing is bad if we speak like three of us and this and camera, and you say that to us. But if you say that to the woman, for her it's like, oh my God, there is no stability with this man. And no matter how much money you have, unless you are retired, unless you are like looking for older lady, you have money and you can travel the world. But if you're a younger guy, and by younger I would say, okay, let's say under 55, and you would say that, oh, I'm not sure where I'm gonna live, I can live anywhere. That is like really very, very wrong approach, especially if you want to have children. Once you're together and once you're making these decisions together and you're finding out what works best for you, it's one thing. But another thing is that when you say that I have no idea where I'm going to live in a year, for her that's all. She's losing this stability.
Yeah.
How she can raise the children, how she can...
Yeah, she wants that security that something that is going to be okay in the future. And so by living this sort of carefree digital nomad life, which is very cool, for her it's like, I don't like, how can I plan my future? So, and I don't want you to get this mixed up with being unpredictable, because being unpredictable in the short term, such as on a date where
how you call it? Spontaneous.
Yeah, when you can be spontaneous. So those are two different things, okay? So
spontaneous is good. Unpredictable is not good. But it's like, Striker is right. Unpredictable in a date that, for example, like all of a sudden, you take her somewhere, or you got flowers out of
or
your
you leave
sleeve,
her somewhere.
Or you leave her somewhere. It's different. It's different.
Okay, so also things not to speak about: war, religion, your medical issues, politics, your country sucks. You get the picture.
Bye.
See ya.